think I'll just rest here a bit, close to the relative proximity and safety of town. After all, what could go wrong? Oh, hey, what? An assassin? Guards! Guards! Help me! I'm being attacked! What are you doing? Why are you just standing there? Are you laughing? Is this funny to you? By the 9, help me! Anyone, and by anyone, I really mean everyone, who has ever played Vanilla Morrowind has doubtless experienced this exact same bizarre situation countless times. You get attacked, but the guards do nothing. Unless it's a creature, then and only then will they ever intervene. Otherwise, should an assassin attack you in the middle of the night, or an NPC attack you for whatever reason, you're on your own. And if you get murdered in the middle of town, well, apparently that's none of their concern. They'll just go about their day, just stepping over your corpse as if it's only a mild inconvenience. Besides the obvious getting killed issue, this also makes the world feel, a bit static and unresponsive. It breaks immersion. And consequently, this has been something that modders have tried to fix for years. And indeed, the first Protective Guards mod was released by Fligity all the way back in the late 2000s, nearly 17 years ago. Of course, that mod only affected guards in the vanilla game. You know, prior to the advent of Lua, it really couldn't cover guards from new mod editions, like Atari Built, Province Cyrodiil, Skyrim Home of the Nords, or just any of those guard diversity mods. But today, for our mod of the day, we're focusing on the more modern options for more immersive, attentive, and protective guards for both OpenMW and MWC. Mods that use Lua scripting to just automatically cover all guards in Vanilla Morrowind, and any modded content. For today, we're showcasing more Attentive Guards by Cyrodiil, and Protective Guards OpenMW by Kiwando, and also Protective Guards, Factions, and NPC Protections, OpenMW by Kiwando and Lilimul. We'll start off with those latter two for OpenMW, with Protective Guards and the expansion Protective Guards, Factions, and NPC Protections. With this pair of mods, and no longer will the guards just stand idly by as you get murdered in the city streets of Narsis. Now they'll actually react and defend you, as is your right as a citizen of the Empire. Though, of course, there are a few exceptions here. While they'll jump to your aid if you're being attacked by an assassin, don't expect them to be so quick if you're the aggressor. You can't just taunt and goad a guard, for example, into attacking you and then expect his comrades to just come rushing in to kill him for you. In fact, they're far more likely to just join in on the beatdown. There are limits to your protections under the laws of the Empire, and guards are typically wary of attacking members of their own factions. And that extends to friendly factions as well. Taunting a member of the East Empire Company into attacking you will result in the Imperial Legion Guards attacking you as well, not the other way around. That said, they will defend you from that menace of all menaces, that villain in ebony, the dreaded Gaynor. No longer will you be ambushed in the city streets of Mournhold with no allies to call out to. Now you can sit back and watch as that fetcher is swarmed by guards and gets the beating he so rightfully deserves. Granted, this does mean, as long as you're able to run away fast enough, that you can just come back and loot his corpse later for some just pretty sweet loot, which may just be a bit unbalancing. But admit it, there's a part of you that just enjoys seeing Gaynor finally getting his just desserts. Of course, Gaynor does have pretty high luck, so there's every chance that he might just kill all the guards and then he would come for you next. Oh, Oh no, time to go, I think. Now that we've bravely run away, we can continue. Oh, right. I have Pursuit installed. He can just chase me, can't he? A little help over here! Guards! Guards! Won't someone please rid me of this bothersome Bosmer? Oh no, it's happening again. It's happening again! How can a temple to a goddess have such lackluster security? Help! Help! I'm being attacked! And, oh, devil, he's got me. Okay, alright, so, disclaimer here, protective guards might not necessarily protect you from Gaynor. As it turns out, he might just be too powerful. But, speaking of pursuit, if you're being chased into town by bandits or other hostile humanoid foes, the guards will now react accordingly, coming to your defense. So it doesn't matter where combat started, you know, whether in some cave, tomb, or bandit camp out in the wilds. As soon as it's within proximity of a guard, they'll intervene to defend you against any aggressors. Likewise, they'll also protect NPCs from any attackers. So if an NPC starts a fight with another NPC, the guards will move in to intervene and protect the defender. And of course, you know, there is a mod config here, where you can just adjust settings, including just how far out guards will respond to potential attacks. There's also a blacklist, and a few other little things that you can just tweak. All in all, it's a pretty handy and arguably must-have emissive addition to the game, particularly if you're using OpenMW. But if you're using MWC, there's already a pretty good option available for you with more attentive guards by Sealadil. This mod aims to do two things, combining the features of Thiggety's original protective guards with Rubberman's inquisitive guards, but using MWC Lua scripting, you know, so this behavior is applied to all guards throughout the entire game, whether added by mods or part of vanilla Morrowind. Just like protective guards, guards will now come to your aid to protect you from assault, be it from Dark Brotherhood assassins, bandits, scripted combat encounters, or anything else. With again, just a few exceptions. For also, like protective guards, there are limits to when guards will intervene. They won't defend you from members of their own faction. But, unlike the OpenMW version, they also won't jump in and start attacking you as well, so there is a bit of a difference here. Also, another difference here is that if the player has their weapon out when combat breaks out, the guards won't really know who the real aggressor is, so they'll just ignore it and let the combat just play out on its own. But again, they will defend you from that ever-lurking Gaynor. So you can, as always, just quickly run away, and watch that pesky little Bosmer get what's coming to him. But now, in addition to all this, protection doesn't just start and end with guards, for it also applies to factions. If you're a member of a faction and you get attacked around your fellow guildmates, they'll come rushing to your aid. So no longer will you be left to fend for yourself after being awoken by some Dark Brotherhood assassin. Now your colleagues in the guild will actually come to defend you. After all, an attack on one is an attack on all. This is one feature I really love about the MWC version here. It's a really immersive element, as one of the incentives in joining a guild in the first place is to get protection and a place to crash. And now, being in a guild does actually offer you some measure of protection. But anyway, just moving on, the second part of this mod overhauls guard behavior, particularly with regards to the player sneaking. No longer can you just go into stealth mode without incurring the curiosity of the nearby guards, who might then just follow you to see what you're up to. Oh, why hello there, officer. What's that? A lockpick? Breaking and entering? Oh, no, not It's a toothpick. You know, dental hygiene is just so important, don't you think? And, well, anyway, would you look at the time? I best be going on my way. Ta-ta, officer. Of course, guards will only start following you if they detect you first. So a skilled thief can still evade a guard's curiosity. Just, maybe don't press your luck by sneaking right next to a guard. This is another immersive mechanic here that I think is still technically limited to only MWC. Unless there's another mod out there that implements it that I'm not aware of. But regardless, I think it's a pretty cool addition that just balances the game's stealth mechanics somewhat. And just real quick, there is, of course, a mod config here with a few settings to adjust. But otherwise, I think that's just about everything. Both of these mods are, in my humble opinion, must-haves for their respective platforms. Having reactive guards helps build the illusion of a living and reactive world. A must for immersive role players or those who just want, more even-handed responses to aggressive situations. But, well, that's just our mods of the day. So, as always, I've been your host, Golf Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.